world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from. My name is MD90 and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss any upload that comes up on the channel. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel, because we put up a lot of content, is head to the playlist and you'll find all various things that we're doing here curated for you based on your interests. So we've got the Kutka podcast, we've got the Tishimi production. These are movies, actually, short movies that you can find on that playlist. And news and trends. We do a lot. We do vlogs. We do a lot on this channel. So the easiest way for so that you don't lose yourself, you find that there's a vlog here. The next thing is main news. So for you, if you're interested in vlogs, head to the place. You're interested in a podcast, the place. You're interested in short movies, head to Tishimi Productions, the place in that section. So that's the easiest way to navigate the channel. Any other details that you need to know about me in the About section. If you need to contact me, every video has all my details that you need. Just check the description section. You'll find all the contact details or the About section. Otherwise, I'm glad to have you on this channel and share the videos that you find your interesting conversations. So any video that you find interesting and worthwhile conversation, share it with a friend, leave a comment, interact with the platform, and we always give feedback just as you give us feedback. So all my contact details are on every video that I put out. Just check the description section. If not, the About section, you'll find everything that you need to know. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, my email address, everything is up there. Otherwise, the comment section also work. Catch you around. Well, Sylvia Masebo is in the news again. So medics fire Sylvia Masebo. Medics demand, saying the former health minister shouldn't be allowed to hold any ministerial position in government until the investigations at ZAMSA are conclusively done. So there's that demand coming from doctors saying Sylvia Masebo shouldn't hold the ministerial position she's having right now as Minister of Lands until the ministry where she's coming from, the issues that she's left, are resolved. So that's a demand coming from those doctors. And then what else is in the news? So there's SEC ZAMSA corruption scandal. I've exposed Islam as filtering graft fight. Flittering a graft fight, and then this is what they say. Let me just expand this particular article. So ZM recommends, so Zambia Medical Association has recommended that former Minister of Health, Sylvia Masebo, should not hold any ministerial position until investigations at the Zambia Medics and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA, are conclusively exhausted. So that's a demand coming from them. And ZAMSA recommended that the new minister, Elijah Muchima, fires the entire ZAMSA board. Seems like Sylvia Masebo and scandals cannot be separated. And then Emmanuel Mwamba, on the other hand, so if you've been following the news, especially the last 48 hours, Emmanuel Mwamba has been trending because of is regarded as a propagandist. Like one person that pushes the propaganda against government. So you finally ask the question, and then different sections of society are issuing threats, others demanding he gets arrested. So he put up these comments to say, okay, let's follow the issues back. So Emmanuel Mwamba writes, he says, is it truth or propaganda? Okay, by UPND, let's have a sober debate and backtrack. Review. My Facebook page did not. My Facebook page. I do not delete any content. Even in 2021, when most of you deleted your content, I never. It goes further to say, below is what I reported or commented on since Friday, and then it starts outlining the things that he's commented on. The sudden medical evacuation of patients from wards at Mainasoko Medical Center, patients did not understand why they were removed from the wards and thrown into the car park. He states that was the first issue he brought up, and then he says, "Now, show me the president." Multi-facility economic zone. They don't show by president. The president at the multi-facility economic phosphate groundbreaking ceremony where he was expected and scheduled upon the last minute to launch. And asked, where is the president? He asks, that's another issue that he raised. The third issue says, the new uniform by the Zambia Army, and then it goes further to say. So amongst the things that I provided pictures of the uniform and other things. Now it goes further to say, so tell me why the Zambia police must arrest me, or why United Party for National Development, UPND cadres must take my life away. So he asks, those are the things that he has done. He applies the one they made Minasoko evacuation, where the president was, the question that he asked, since he did not show up to that launch. And then he also talks about the Zambia Army uniform that he had talked about. So he asked to say, amongst the things that I've outlined, which one is tantamount for him to lose his life or also be arrested for? So that was according to those demands. Then later on, he went on TV where he had an interview. He asked to say, why were the police at Flavor FM before the arrival of the Irene Khan? What was their business there? Isn't that intimidation? So as you may be aware, the UN is currently doing a human rights investigation in Zambia. So it's alleged to say she was supposed to appear on Flavor FM. That should be in Kitwe. But the police went there, so Emmanuel Mwamba exposed that news. Flavor FM later denied the presence of police, and they had that back and forth. So that's what Chief Etayari is referring to there, obviously. And then Raramiti goes, okay, Emmanuel Mwamba has become addicted to the high that comes with the ability to get the ruling party and government act and dancing to whatever tune he chooses to play for them on a particular day. Gosh. They are puppets at the end of his strings. The problem with any addiction, though, is that the day always comes when the need for a fix overpowers reason. That's how Mr. Mwamba ends up posting the Flavor story, referring to the UN. As for the UN rapporteur, I can swear she has never had such drama-filled visit anywhere. Madam Khan, I can assure you that that neither have we hosted anyone who was so dazzled as so dazzled as yours is the visit of the century. I am pretty sure we will be in your memoir. That's Laura Miti. To which Emmanuel Mwamba responded. He says, two police officers. This is Emmanuel Mwamba's response to Laura Miti. Two police officers came to Flavor FM and attempted to interfere in the wake of that's the UN rapporteur who was doing the investigation. And I guess Laura Miti hasn't watched the live interview I had on Diamond TV where Emmanuel Mwamba and Flavor FM proprietor Chala Chitoshi were featured. On the discussion, the presence of police officers that came to the radio station were said to be interfering in the wake of the special rapporteur. Mwamba said there were four, and Chitoshi said there were only two. So he says the presence of the police is true, according to that report. But then later on, because the heat became so much for Emmanuel Mwamba, as you can see from that particular article, he has to say, from what he has done, what guarantees him getting arrested or being killed by alleged UPND cadres? So which made Masheke Akashambata, this is the person that supports the UPND, Zambia based in the US, and then he puts up an article. The advocacy that came from the UPND, even Emmanuel Mwamba did not expect. The UPND came to his defense. So Mashake says, leave Emmanuel Mwamba alone. There is no need to arrest here. I mean, there is no need for arrests here. We are already doing our job, countering the narrative. Thank you. So he simply says, these are just politics. There is nothing that Emmanuel Mwamba has done that is tantamount for him to get arrested. Let's just debate and play politics. That's according to Mashake Akashambata there. Another UPND response came from different sources trying to come into Emmanuel Mwamba's aid. And Emmanuel Mwamba shared the same post that came from Akashambata. Then another UPND member defends Emmanuel Mwamba. Why do you want to arrest Emmanuel Mwamba? He says, let us also add, let me also add the voice to, let me also add to the voice. When our political opponents raise, let's also respond politically. A live video by of Haka Inde Hichilema working would have killed the rumor instantly. not armor threats and arrests. That's Kasololo Chisenga says. That's the UPND there. So Honorable Kasololo Chisenga so simply says the UPND simply should have done a counter narrative, because when that rumor of the president's health came out, the best thing that they would have done is simply do a live stream. Even Munia Zulu had earlier on said it, that would have ended that post that the Emmanuel Mwamba had put up. And like those threats that people are saying, no, there's some UPND cadres that want to get rid of him, and also the police are likely to arrest him allegedly. So that's a response coming from that honorable there. Another person that came to Emmanuel Mwamba's defense, it's surprising how the UPND came to his defense here. Is trying to say, I mean, these are simply politics. So if you know one of those guys that do the Fimba Opoke, the guys that are famous from the Fimba Opoke says, UPND should just wake up and do politics. So UPND member defends Emmanuel Mwamba. Why do you UPND want a state to arrest Emmanuel Mwamba when he's just doing his job as an information chair? So this guy put up an argument to say there's nothing that Emmanuel Mwamba did that guarantees or warrants his arrest. Instead, the UPND should just counter the narrative, just like the other three guys that have spoken earlier on. So this kept on coming. And also the Patriotic Fund put up to say, Emmanuel Mwamba and agenda setting, a well-trained journalist from free from political bias will recognize that Emmanuel Mwamba's deliberate use of communication to achieve his goals is textbook example of strategic communication with this approach that involves planning. So people are simply giving him kudos to say, he's simply doing his job. Nothing warrants an arrest or killing from the UPND cadres allegedly there. So and then later on, Mashaka Kashambata went further to say, now he says, Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba, now that the dust has settled, is it true that you are allegedly seeking asylum in the United States of America? If true, if that is true, you are doing it at the wrong time. The United States of America has cancelled almost all asylum applications. So this is the counter narrative that he talks about to say, now let's talk about the fact, are you trying to seek asylum in the US? But it's the wrong time to do that. Anyway, on the other hand, this is Mwansampundu also put up an article to say, since people are being deported from the US, he's ready to come back home and become a chief. Now people are arguing to say, if you're ready to come back home, why should you wait to be deported and not just come back? So it seems like because a number of Zambians are likely to be deported from the US as the US cleans up illegal immigrants. It should be like 137 or something like that. There was a number there was a statistic that was put up. And then UPND, UNIP, the KK's party, the first government in Zambia, suspended his president. Obviously, there's an allegation to say they had received some funding from the PF during the build-up of the 2021 elections. And then Munia Zulu says constitutional amendments. He says there will not be any amendments with support from the opposition or independent members of parliament. Says Robert Chabenga is not recognized by majority members in the opposition as a legitimate leader of opposition. So for the executive to have at least an imaginary easy ride, they must first give back the position to a leader of opposition. And that one, the one that the members have elected. Otherwise, any talks will be to take place behind the scenes will not take place. The other big challenge is to address citizens that include the biggest opposition was stolen by those with state power. If those challenges are not addressed, be kind enough not to even attempt to bring amendments to parliament, as you will be embarrassed. So he says anything to amend the constitution will not be tabled until the allegations to say the UPND is behind the PF fracas is resolved. That's Niazulu Lumezi, member of parliament there. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.